And me personally, I let narcissistic people say and do all sorts of unacceptable stuff, and deep down I knew it wasn't right, but I was clueless on how to handle the situation. I found myself, making excuses for them, thinking that we're all human and stuff, and I make mistakes, so maybe they just made a mistake, maybe this was just a one-time thing. And then when those one-time things turn into 2 million time things, well, there's a pattern there. And it takes a while, but eventually I did see the pattern. And here's a truth bomb for you. Some people are just not meant to be in your life. And you know what? That's okay. And narcissists, those are people that maybe, just aren't meant to be in your life, especially if they don't respect your boundaries. And I know it's tough being a boundary setter. And the thought of just cutting a narcissist out may seem harsh, but sometimes it's necessary for your own well-being. It's like decluttering your house and getting rid of all those socks, the ones with the holes in them. And yes, I am calling narcissists emotional clutter, because they are. And they are like those old socks with the holes in them. And you deserve being with somebody who's like not walking around with this hole in their heart, their hole in their souls. You don't keep socks with holes in them, no. So it's time to make room for those people who lift us up. So let's talk about growing your vision and trash removal. Now, I used to have this thought in my head that if someone did something wrong to me, I'd just kind of offer them forgiveness and just dance away with the grace of Grace Kelly and just kind of keep moving on with my life. And don't get me wrong, forgiveness is really important. But here's a harsh reality. If a narcissist doesn't fit the puzzle of your life, it's time to accept that. And when you clear out the narcissistic trash in your life, you actually end up creating space for a peaceful, happier life. And you can attract all kinds of just better quality people in your life. So what's the first step in boundary setting? You have to know when a boundary has been violated. And it's a lot like, trying to detect a narcissistic little rodent who just keeps sneaking into your cookie jar. You have to protect your cookies. Those are your cookies. And only you get to eat them. They're your emotions. They're your soul. And it doesn't matter how much a narcissist will beg for narcissistic supply. They don't get to eat your emotional energy cookies. Those are yours, not theirs. They're yours. And when you set a boundary, what you're doing is letting the world know that you have relationship standards. So you can picture it as your emotional well-being is, just that strong fortress. And this is where you stand for yourself and you say, you know what, I deserve respect. And that's where you start to ask yourself, what does respect actually look like? And this is where you can get really specific. And then anytime a narcissist tries to cross the line, when they violate your boundary or standard, it's time to sound the alarm. Time to fire a warning shot. And if they ignore the warning shot, then fire another one. If they ignore that, then that narcissist needs to get the hell out of your life. Bye-bye. My butt needs scratching, and it's a far more important use of my time than trying to talk or deal with you. Go away. So here's a secret from my own life, and that's I seem to have had just a blind spot to narcissists and narcissism in general. And for most of my life, I didn't actually know what a narcissist was, much less how to protect myself from them. And trying to navigate a relationship with a narcissist is just kind of like, wandering through a foggy forest without a compass. Just find yourself bouncing off of trees and making mistakes and not even knowing where you are. Now, even with narcissists, there was always a few non-negotiables, like, don't mess with my car, don't even think about it. I set up the car the way I want it. You don't get to change anything in there. That's my car, that's mine. And it was great that I was able to set a boundary on that one thing. But what I wasn't was crystal clear on what I expected from narcissists on all other aspects of my life. I never took a moment to say, hey Miles, do you know why all these narcissists seem to be hanging around you? What is it about you that they seem to like? Nope. I would just basically let any single narcissist, stroll in and out of my life. Just like a parade of clowns. I hope you like this clip from my boundary video. The link to the full video is in the descriptions.